A beautiful day to you and welcome to the podcast Limitless Monday with Omolola Gbenle. Limitless Monday is an inspirational book created for your everyday life. This book is full of insights and inspirational stories that will help you live a productive life. Some of the episodes we have and that will be discussed out from the book Limitless Monday. So get yourself a copy today. Today's episode is an excerpt from the book. But before then, let me recognize the person behind the book. Good day, ma.
Good day, sir.
I'm so excited for what you have to say to us today, man. I'll let you go into it now, ma.
Today we are going to discuss something about what normally happens in a system whereby people will point accusing fingers to another person when there is a problem. When there is a problem in an organization, the leader might be saying it is those on the floor of the organization that's causing the trouble. Some will point to the sales, some might point to the HR. So different ways at which people will just point hands, will point fingers to other people due to some problem. But I've come to understand that at times you as the person could be the problem. Could be coming from the management, it could be coming from the top, it could be coming from the products, it could be coming from the HR, it could be coming from anywhere. But when you as a person is the one pointing the finger, if you don't look inward very well, you might be the problem. Sometimes ago, in 18th century, there was an outbreak of infectious disease that ravaged the lives of women who gave birth. This outrage happens, and then we realize that women that gives birth, they were just after giving birth, they were dying, and they didn't just understand what was going on. So they call it the Black Death of childbirth infections. So the episode that takes place at that period was that in the morning, they conducted autopsies. The doctors that are on duty in the morning will conduct autopsies on the dead bodies. Then, in the afternoon, they will go and deliver another baby. They will go and deliver babies. And so they now come to understand, someone now discovered and said, doctors that deliver babies in the afternoon don't wash their hands before delivery after they have conducted autopsies in the morning, and they have done that. I think maybe in the process it roll into their afternoon duty and they just go in and deliver babies. And for a long time, for about 30 years, this problem was ongoing and they weren't able to actually know what was going on until one man called Wendell discovered that was refuted because they didn't agree that doctors were the cause of the maternal death. The doctors did not agree that they were the cause. So, however, when someone else came by and suggested that they wash their hands before taking on another delivery, then the Black Death of childbirth disease disappeared. So someone came forth with the understanding and said, let's start washing hands, just like when we had COVID. And our major solution was to wash hands. It would have looked as if, what do you mean? Well, you know that some people who ignored that thing, who make themselves available and expose themselves to this disease, and or those who already have internal problem, were easily affected by the disease. Well, on this particular one, someone called Wendy came up and said, let's start washing hands. After you have finished your work in the morning as a doctor, make sure you wash your hands thoroughly before you go and deliver babies. And immediately they start doing that, the disease, childbirth disease disappear. So we realized that most of the time, floor workers get blamed for low productivity when it could be management that refuses to take up their responsibility. Then there come low revenue. Whereas if the management had provided an enabling environment and approved all the necessary equipment and materials to finish the work on time, there might not be any problem. So management constitutes the problem if they do not do the part that they ought to do. In some organizations, professional staff and floor managers do not check the day-to-day running of activities. the contact number on the organization's website has been non-functional for so long and no one cares. So this one is, I think, majority of organizations in our country are falling victim of this. You are so eager, you want to make inquiry, you want to buy something, and they say go to the website. You go to the website, and there's a number, and you kept calling, kept calling. Nothing is going on, and you wonder, where are these people? And that is the only way you can contact them. And if you test them, maybe on any of their platform, it will take forever before they can answer you. And so most times, the people, the tech people, the people in charge of the website always leave that website non-functional for long. They will not change the numbers. They will not check whether the number is functioning. They will not. And so we'll find out that they are the problem. Whereby they will be saying, if the company did not make profit, or it's you salespeople that did not sell, it's you product people that did not produce well, not knowing that they are the ones who had forgotten that they need to continually upgrade the website so that any customers that goes in there will be able to get in touch and get contact and buy whatever they want to buy on time. It also go to area whereby there are pivoting in production plants. That happens a lot. You produce this, you go to the store, you meet this. In the process of them, loading a car or loading a lorry that has come for purchase, they will load their own, they will steal along the line. But if there are no measures to do the check and balance and curb the malpractice, you find out that the problem of that organization lies within the production section, lies within this, the production area. From production to supply, if nothing is being checked, if there are nothing in place to check them, some will even load the lorry and they will not even count well, and it's taken away. And you find out that, we produce this, how come we are having this? How come we are having this? The problem lies within you. So it's very important. Accident and mistake do occur if someone refuses to attend to their duty. That is it. It do occur. You could be the missing link that is causing the major problem. So it's important for everyone to be on guard from all angles, from all departments. Everybody needs to be on guard, making sure that I am covering the link. I am making sure there's safety on my side. There are no loopholes from my hand. I am making sure that I attend to the customer that needed. You find out that you get to some organization whereby customer service person is not on seat and who is attending to you, person who doesn't know anything. There are some people who doesn't know anything about the organization and they are working there. And so a customer service who is not available, you will not get them say, I want to see this person, I want to see this person. The other person who wants to attend to you will just be talking rubbish. I have been to an organization where I was looking for a department. I will never forget it. I was looking for a department. And I got to the organization and the person at the desk was, I think she wasn't available. So someone else was attending to me. This person directed me to go out of the organization premises, telling me that is where the department is. I said, how could that be? I drove out of the organization. I drove all around the organization. I can't find what he was talking about. I was so tired that day. I left. But my mind was on that particular issue. So I came back on another day. It was my coming back on another day that I met with the right person who took me just a stone throw from the department I was in to the department I wanted to ask to know. Within that same building, it's the same compound. I couldn't believe my eyes. I said, what? This guy claims to be working in this organization and does not know that this department exists here. If I wasn't really, bent on wanting to do business with them, I would have just left and said, I'm not ready to go through that again. But I just felt within me, let me go back. So I went back and I met another person who actually know what they are doing. You can imagine if the organization do not make enough money, and they do not pay that guy who doesn't know his right from his left, who will he blame? Oh, account department did not want to give us money. Production are not providing money. The management are very bad. And the status, he will just be pointing fingers to those other departments, not knowing that he had made a very tangible mistake. But if he had done that to 10 customers that day, only God knows how much they will have lost. And he wouldn't know that he was the problem. And that is how it happens in every spheres of life. You could be the problem. In a family, the head could be the problem. And it's pointing accusing finger to the children. You are not doing well. You are not passing this. You're at your time. I was making this. I was passing this. I was a student. I was this. Is the environment so conducive for that child to read, for that child to learn, for that child to be able to grow well? You are not considering that. In a school, it could be that the environment is not conducive. Teachers are not well paid, and they are paid, they are not paid on time. So they are having problems. So they carry their own baggage to school. And when they carry it to school, their concentration is so limited because they too are thinking of their own problems. And so what they could pass across to students, it's so minimal. They don't even care whether you do the assignment or you understand or you do not understand. Some teachers are like that. And by the time the outcome comes out that our student failed this as who would they blame? It is the teachers, not knowing that the teachers were deprived of some of their rights, some of their benefits that affects their own home, that bring in their baggage, that makes them bring their baggage to the office. So it's all cut across everywhere. You could be the problem. Before you point that accusing finger, sit down and search yourself. Am I doing my own work right? Am I on point? Do I have all the right informations at the tips of my finger? If anybody accosts me on the way, will I be able to tell them that this is it? Will I misdirect people when I'm supposed to be the one to guide? So it is important for us to sit down. The doctors at that period of that infection were refusing to accept that they are the problem until someone said, okay, let's just try washing our hands and let's see how it goes. And that stopped that disease. They refuse. We can't be the problem. Are we not the one trying to save people? We are trying to save life. You are telling us we are the one killing people, not knowing that they were the one that was causing the problem. You could be the problem. Will you not rise today and really do a thorough check on yourself? This is an insight for us today.
Wow. Once again, I must say I've learned something new. Thank you so much, ma. It's not too late. Get a copy of the book today and feed on it daily for your growth. That will be all for today. Until next time. Bye.